Okie Turn the exposure up a bit so people won't be able to see. Ah, there we go. Welcome back, everybody, to a most discerning recap. A most concerning recap. Also that. It has been a day of frivolity. It has been a day of, finding claim with various gods, making alliances, but with all of that, it's coming to an end very soon. So, you've done a great deal of work, uh, doing stuff around, but essentially the most important thing to note is that a big chariot race happened. A super cool chariot race happened where there was violence and speed and a little bit of unluckiness and a little bit of luck. And in the end, Romulus did manage to appease and please his fathers, the Spear of Ares, and very successfully made his way across the finish line and won the chariot race. And that was all cool. That was all great. But it led to something most discerning. You were approached, uh, if you could call it that, by Iris, the divine messenger of Olympus, the uh, the person that gods send messages to other gods through, a person who, when she comes, it is something you listen to and something to do something immediately about. Even more so than good Hermes. You were summoned by the Fates. And as you visit the Fates, they were in various states. The spinner, the youngest, was in a state of despair, knowing that she had spun your yarns. The mother, confused, could not find them, could not find your threads of fate. They were not part of the great tapestry, though both insist they were there. The spinner knows she spun them. The mother had saw them just several days before you come to the mountain. And the crone was most angry about it and threatened violently to cut you. But unfortunately, there's nothing to cut. So the cutter cannot take life from you and thus has no way to resolve it. And all three of them were terrified. And all three were shocked by every move you made, everything you did. For they have perfect omniscience. But for people not within their tapestry, you are complete and entire unknowns. And thus every move, every whisper you make, every swing of your sword is something I never planned for. They relay to you that people that you met should not have died. Things that you have done should not have happened. That Xanthos' child was revealed to seem to have been almost as if born from no man, but only a woman, presumably Xanthos' wife. And there's no appearance of Xanthos uh, nodded into his child's fate or his wife's fate. All of you, faithless. All of you are outside of the wheel and web of fate. All of you have the power to destroy the meticulously laid plans of the fates, or to forge your own path, or to enforce what plans they already had. They warned to be cautious, for if you are not, the universe may very well bleed. They did all that they could to relay upon you the danger that is around your existence. To have complete reign of your fate is not supposed to be, for many reasons that would be very difficult to explain. But one thing is sure, you cannot die of old age. From this point forth, you are immortal. Two, you should be very careful about who you tell, and three, should be even more careful about what you do, for it could unwind all things, and the universe may very well bleed, and not even Zeus would rebalance it if you're not careful. You were left with two things from the mother: a spool of black yarn, told you, should you wish to exit this web of tapestry, if you would wish to set things right amongst the tapestry, you could cut the thread and you would cease to exist. No afterlife, no burial, no body, no soul, no mind, no essence, no stardust, no nothing would remain of you. Nothing. It would be pure oblivion. So your experience would be like you were never there, never existed. You would have no experience thereafter. But it would secure the tapestry of fate. She also warned, very quiet, hushed word, warned, hinted, what have you, you're not sure, but she did say, try, before departing back to her sisters. And with that, you stand at the threshold of the door to the fates, out here with the new understanding that you are all fateless. And only you that you can see around you are fateless. I'm going to say Romulus, who had many questions that not even the fates could answer, in a bit of a daze, is just going to kind of like a ghost kind of wander off for the time being. He gives a kind of like nod as if to say like, I'm good. So there's not much to worry about. And you're assured in that, but he does sort of wander off in this moment. Perhaps just to think. But you four still stand together and have just heard this knowledge, this burden, if you would call it that. Mount Olympus is yours. And apparently, all that you would wish is before you.
Well, this is fantastic.
I think. So I have to go plan a thing, right? We have to find the next greatest bard of Olympus. Uh do you think it would be a good gift for after the wedding? Like part of feast entertainment?
Uh,
Or for
let
day after?
we can definitely plan for it. Uh, we will see how the ceremony goes. I have my own machinations that I need to put in place.
So do you want to wait until after ceremony to start talking about it?
Yes, let's wait until after the ceremony.
Very well. I will have a gaggle of crazy women who will insist upon doing this though right after. So just to let you know, they are sort of like ticking time bomb, the Maenads.
I think I can handle some crazy women.
I think I would best be kept away from the crazy women.
I would like to speak to you, Xanthos, if you have moments. Not now,
I
but
do.
later. Or I mean, we are all talking now, but
Very well.
thank you.
Okay, I'll give you lot some privacy. I have some errands to run myself.
Is no one bothered by what the fates just told us? That we're fateless? I'm having an existential crisis and Thyia is planning a party.
No,
Fateless, we are
Vasaliki.
fateful. We have all the fates at the palms of our hands.
I am fulfilling my responsibilities because it is what I can do. I have promised Dionysus that I would do a thing, and I can keep this promise. I cannot do anything about what we were just told. I cannot change it. I did not ask for it. I will be mindful. We should be careful. But the first thing, if we are truly to be careful, is that we do the things that we said we were going to do. And so if we walk back and we look like stunned antelope, and people will say what is wrong, and then we have to make for answer. Do you see what I'm saying, Vasaliki? I do not mean to make small of it, but if the greater responsibility is to keep it to ourselves. What do you need right now, Vasaliki?
Sure. I don't know what I need. I'm still reeling from, I mean, it all just happened. I've always had plans for myself, but I felt assured that those plans were in the hands of the fates, and now we're just cut loose, and the fates are terrible enemies to have. I mean, if they set out to cut our thread. So actually, I'm a little confused by that. You said we didn't have a thread, but we have this like black thread that we could end.
Yeah, they gave you a black thread as a sort of like opt-out option. If they're like, if this, you get the implication is they're like, it would be super cool if you guys could, you know, fucking kill yourselves so
Yeah.
that our very cool tapestry could remain the way it is. Is basically kind of what they're saying, which is saying.
We could probably just go and throw that away. We don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let someone else do it either, but if I am understanding,
They
I'm
did
not
say
doing
that like someone can't cut it for you. Like you have to cut it. So like Zeus couldn't walk over Vasaliki and cut the thread and take you out. Like you must do it. It's a personal choice. The Fates couldn't do it either. It has to be you, which is why they handed it to you. They can't trick you into it. They're like, here.
I don't know that I think they are enemies. I think we are something they have never experienced before. I think if we were enemies, couldn't they have just hired someone to kill? Do you see what I am saying? Like, I feel like if they just wanted us gone, they could have.
They
found
can't
other
slay
way.
us. They can only, well, we are fateless, and all of their threads dictate that no individual will, unprompted, try to slay us. It is only through our own actions that another will try to end our lives, or if we end our own. So they are their hands tied. They can kick and scream at the absurdity and unfairness of it all, but they can never actually harm us.
You
If
can
anyone wants to make an insight check about the disposition of the Fates, go right ahead.
I would like to, please.
21.
Oh,
yeah.
that's I know not. I that was a 3. I am not even going to look at this.
23.
That's going to be like a 7-minute close up or something.
Also 21.
A 6.
So Thyia, I mean, it's funny because like leave it to the child of Dionysus to like be handling the most like star-striking revelation of all time like it's not a big deal. And so in your mind, Thyia, yeah, exactly that. You're like, well, nothing I can do about it. Might as well go like plan a party, which is the most Dionysian bullshit I've ever heard in my life, which is fantastic. So Thyia, you're like, yeah, they're probably not our enemies. I mean, they could have just hired somebody. What you three know is like the Fates don't like, they're not like the Olympians. They don't hire people. They're like omnipotent, at least to most cases, right? Like if they need to take someone out, they just go, that's that. But they can't do that. So it's entirely possible they've never considered the idea of like outsourcing their killing.
I just assumed that they couldn't because it would be like tampering with like all their fates are mapped out and we're just not featured in anyone's. So
And
how can they tell someone to kill us?
And that's exactly right. They're like, fate's already set as it is. And like for them to go talk to someone to take you out is to change their fate, which is against the fate that they've wrote. So it's a very complicated measure, but you can be sure that if they had a choice, they'd cut all your threads this very moment. You'd all be laying dead on the ground, but they can't. And they certainly can't outsource it because they can't change fate than what they've already set. So you're absolutely right, Xanthos. And all three of you would be like, oh yeah, they're our enemy. They just don't know what to do about it. Like if they found a way to do something about it, you gotta believe they'd do something about it. Maybe they're hoping that you guys are going to trip up and change someone's fate enough that they will be able to do something about it. For all you know. But in your mind, Thyia, you're like, nah, they're good.
It is. If they hated us with the intensity of 10,000 suns, I cannot change it. Right? I have not gone out of my way or done anything to offend them. I did not make myself fateless. I did not make a deal with a genie to say make me fateless. Right?
Okay.
So if I did not do anything to make myself like this, and I do not go out of my way to make things more traumatic for them, I cannot change what they do, and I do not get the impression I could stop it if I wanted to. They seem like very big fish in the pond, you know? So I will do the things that I can do. And one of those things, Vasaliki, is to try to give comfort to you. And I am sorry if I am failing right now.
Just, it's a lot to take in, and something else to consider is who stole our threads to begin with. It wasn't the Fates, so I fear we have many enemies out there that we're unaware of. Someone did that and had purpose for doing it. So makes me wonder who wants us to be fateless, who wants us to potentially change things. It's a lot to consider, to contemplate. And they mentioned of danger of like the
Man. It's his man's name? What, Chad? No, not Chad. Troy. Troy was the name. Does anybody know a Troy?
Anyone can. So stupid.
That's so dumb.
It's so dumb. I love it. If anyone wants to make a history check, I'll say to see if they know a Troy.
Oh, I know dozens of Troys.
Oh, which
13.
one of them is causing a problem?
19.
14.
One of them's trying not to go D1 to sing musicals with someone they just met a week ago. Okay, anyone who rolled it's across the sea. Vasaliki, I'd lower the DC for you because you would be geographically closer. But everybody else, I would say, is probably like a 20. So who rolled a 20 higher? No, what'd you get, Vasaliki, one more time?
13.
Let me check. Check. I think it would actually be quite fitting if you guys didn't know where. You know what? Yeah, this will kind of be perfect in that nobody knows what Troy is or who Troy is. I don't want to send you guys on a. I don't know. The dice lay where they may, but at the same time, it also doesn't hurt if we don't have you guys going on a major adventure to a place that is completely irrelevant at this time. So no, none of you know where or what Troy is. DC was 15 for you, Vasaliki, 20 for everybody else. And above table, it's right now, it's a little settlement. It's not a very relevant settlement either at this time, so it makes sense.
They don't even have their big horse.
Yeah, not even close. They don't even have their walls yet.
For now, I think I kind of looked at Candybus. He's handling is totally fine, I guess. I may need some time to consider the implications of my fatelessness, but Thyia is also right. We should act normal. Well, as normal as we can manage.
Do not let this news change what you would have done otherwise. Fated or fateless, I'm going to act the same.
I think that might be what worries them.
That's easy for you to say. You do not have dependents. I do not know the futures of my son or my grandchild, but now I need to be wary that I may alter their fates irreparably and do great harm with my influence.
And we
Oh.
must.
Sorry, go ahead, Thyia.
No, please.
It's a bit circular though, isn't it? Because if we keep doing the things that we were already going to do, by doing that, we've already changed things. People have already died that weren't supposed to die. But now knowing the burden of knowledge effectively changes what we would do.
My very bloodline is now suspect. They are born from well, as far as the fates are concerned, with no father. I worry for them then.
I am really good with herbs, and there are certain flowers that they don't make you see anything or make you feel funny. They just give a little like there's chamomile and there's spearmint, and I could make a nice tea for you. Yes, and it could just make you feel just a little more gentle because I can see you are very and I am not saying that you should not be. I just saying I do not know what to do about it other than make you tea.
Vasaliki will be a little short with you. I don't need tea. I think I just need a moment, and she'll take her leave. Yeah.
Just like as I guess a question for you, Ryan.
Yeah.
How, because Xanthos now has freedom of movement between the land of the living and the dead, like how difficult is it? Like, would traversing the underworld take days, or or is it, I don't know, relatively quick, travel?
Um, so the mechanic of being able to, I'm gonna go pull it up just so I know I'm getting my ducks in a row here. In a second. I don't want to speak before I have all the information. Okay. Yeah, so you would gain access to the god's inner sanctum at your +2 favor with any god.
Okay.
That is a function that I just haven't put into play as of yet because the retinues are all present here on Mount Olympus. So you all do have access to the retinue. So Candybus, if you want to go talk to the Graces, who are the retinue of Aphrodite, something like that. The retinue should, if I'm not mistaken, I did list the members of their retinue in their handout. So you would have access and respect with their retinue. Yeah, I did. So all of you, when there's a +2 favor with a god, you can go off and find members of their retinue, and they will treat you with respect and be helpful and whatnot.
Yeah.
When you leave the mountain, that is when I'm going to give you guys access to the inner sanctum, so you can
Okay.
visit with someone. But that is going to be a little bit of you pop in and visit, and you pop right back to where you were.
The reason I ask is because I currently hold a key to the underworld. I'm aware of a gate here on Olympus.
Yes.
And since I've been given explicit permission by Hades to move back and forth, there is someone's like his wife's. we knows is down there. And normally he would never have gone because, you know, it would have been a one-way trip. But since he can return, that option is now open. But if it would take like weeks to actually find her, then it's not worth considering.
There is no telling where that gate will lead you to. If it's come from Olympus, you can maybe assume that it'll be near toward the Palace of Hades. But the underworld is a world as vast, if not more so, than Greece itself. And it is multiple, like, I'm not going to go too deep into the arcane of it, but it is an expansive landscape that would take weeks, maybe months to traverse.
That's fine. I figured it was probably the case, but I would, you know, raise it because, like, suddenly this has become a family matter.
Well, listen, you guys are expected, like having been made champions and been acknowledged, to go out and make your legends. There is certainly no shortage of fame to be gained by entering the underworld and traversing it for the achievement of some kind of like sick quest. That is absolutely a way to gain some clout. But be warned, it is also a very dangerous place, where living individuals are not meant to dwell. Xanthos, Onyxian might have some truck, especially champion of Hades. Still a little dangerous, especially if you brought your companions. Worth considering. It's a bit of a...
There is something I want to do for the future, but for now, it's not an option. But yes, I think, like Vasaliki, I could just use time.
Really quick question. Vasaliki, what was the title I gave you for Hera?
Hera's deference.
Hera's deference, that's right. Thank you. I'm gonna make, just above the table, I'm making you pick today which one you're gonna be champion to. It's coming. And as you all are parting ways, let us do the rolling of the D100s. Let us see what kind of things are going on today. Show me your numbers when you got them.
Huh? I got 100.
I got 50.
50, 150.
64.
64.
43.
43. Okay, thank you, everybody. I will work on seeing what... I should have got it for you out of the gate, but I'll start working on what's coming your way. This is fucking great. I'm really glad you rolled 100. Actually, all kind of fits together. A mighty fine way. Okay. Who's starting? Who would like to start with what they're up to today?
I'll go.
Okay, absolutely. As a reminder, you guys have a hunt tonight. That is also something. The wedding is tomorrow, and you guys have the hunt of the boar tonight. Sorry, go ahead there, Xanthos. Absolutely.
I guess if there's time, I need to take a trip to Hephaestus's forge.
Fucking perfect, given what we rolled. The fates are like, he wasn't supposed to invent the Gorgon for another 200 years. Magnificent. Okay, you're heading there. I'm just gonna get a little list of what you're all up to, just so I know. But we will start with you, Xanthos. Where's anybody else heading?
I want to have a meeting with both Aphrodite and Hermes.
Okay.
Can I get them together to discuss plans for the big day?
I'm sure it'll be possible. Hermes, unlike most gods, is a little bit more easily, I don't want to use the word summoned, but certainly um, more easily called upon, especially when Aphrodite would ask so politely. And last but not least, Vasaliki, you needed a minute. Where are you off to take a minute? It's okay if you don't.
I don't know yet.
You're good. You're good. Just wanted to be sure. Okay. I am gonna start with, because I know Thyia, you're heading to do some party planning, right? Yeah, around the Dionysian region. Okay, good. I'm gonna start with Xanthos because there's a lot going on over in Hephaestus's Ring of the World here, so it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I love this game. I will say, Thyia, I know, like, I know what's your whole thing with Dionysus. Your character's fucking perfect for Dionysus. She's the most like not like logical person with that touch of like, are you crazy? It's great.
And perhaps the freak out is that much more fitting. Because what?
Yeah, her solution to, oh, you're having an existential crisis about being in defiance of the entire like celestial order. Wants tea. I got tea. We drug you up a little chamomile. Very funny. Very Dionysian. Okay, we head in here, Xanthos. I don't think I need to explain it again, but this is the first time Xanthos has seen it. You come to this apparently very quickly emerged forge here upon the mountain, a place of extreme heat, where you see women made of suits of armor that walk around without anything inside and can clearly withstand the heat and work away at the smithies. It's a most unusual sight to see like armor that looks like a woman that is fully all the way down, like fully enclosed and all the way like covered of all body parts. Very unusual suits of armor moving of their own volition. The mighty Cyclops, legends to mythology, forging the arms and armors of the gods, the behest of Hephaestus, the greatest of crafts. And Hephaestus himself, who stands at the top, who is actually speaking with the dwarf that you guys all met and saved before. And as you approach Xanthos, perhaps it now occurs to you, was she ever meant to survive? That king was quite angry and violently angry, and you guys, and he died at the tip of Vasaliki's spear and was defended by all of you. Perhaps she's not meant to be alive. Perhaps her thread was meant to be cut. But alas, here she is. Maybe she's supposed to live. Your mind begins to swirl, but you focus. And
Also, strangely surprised that the heat doesn't seem to bother me that much. This is new.
that's right. You've got some stuff going on here.
I acquired fire resistance from nowhere.
Fire resistance from nowhere. Hey, it's hot as hell down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. And you approach. If you don't, you could be reluctant to speak, but I'm curious to ask, what domain did Xanthos end up choosing as a cleric?
He chose Twilight.
Ah, Twilight. Very cool. Very cool.
Mostly because he still has like a lot of reverence for Persephone and wanted to at least honor that.
The natural world, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. You approach to see who is Dryope, by the way, as a reminder of her name. Dryope Emberwalker, I'll post her hand out. Not the most attractive looking lady, but has a most unusual stone club with a rune across it, and as she walks, her soot-covered feet spark against the stone as if she had cloven hooves, perhaps. And let's see. He says, "That's my challenge. Forge a weapon in its own, in here, in my own forge. But use nothing but your club and your bare hands, and we will see if you're worthy. She goes, okay. As you say, I'll get to work immediately. And she will sort of descend and give a very polite, kind wave to you, Xanthos. Says, hi, good to see you again. Sorry, I gotta go.
Good to see you as well. Best of luck.
And you will be able to like look down where the fembots were. I'm gonna call them for the moment. That's definitely not what we're going them forever. But you see her take the place of one of them and immediately begin to start forging something. So you could look down at any point and see her turn speed. And Hephaestus turns to see you, and surprisingly looks pleased to see you. Says, child of Hades. Now, congratulations on that front. I could use your help with something if you have time.
I could also use your help with something, so let us help each other.
Fine. He is going to sort of go to one of the many chests and secure places. He's going to open one up, and he's going to pull forth. It's a single link of a massive chain. In his hands as a god, it's about this big.
Oh shit.
And it is made of like gold, and it is inscribed with small markings of like celestial, like Greek markings all across it, runic. And he will lay it down upon the ground. He's gonna say, I've been doing some, now that I'm here on Olympus a little bit more, it's a permanent fixture, I was wanting to do some more work, updating the chains of Tartarus for the Titans. I was wondering if you might take a look at them. You're more tuned to the underworld than me. Thought you might take a look at them.
Very well. I'll take a look, see what's what.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
21.
Ooh. All right. Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to roll me a second dice here in a second. Let's see here. Just need a half a moment. Let's see, 1, 2. I need you to roll me a D6.
6.
Fuck, roll again. There's 5 options.
Okay.
Sorry.
4.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, you look it over. You're like, I mean, you're attuned to the underworld, and you're like, let me ask, how is Xanthos inspected? What is the Xanthos inspection of a chain of Tartarus look like?
Xanthos isn't like at all like, there's nothing of forging, but when it comes to, I guess, like, the runes and like enchantments, he's a little bit he understands a bit more. I mean, he can read, he understands less, he can read it. So, and infernal for that matter. So this is like, he's looking less at the metalwork and more at the whatever magical bindings are involved in this. That's what he's more interested in, because metal itself won't bind the Titans, but enchantment will.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking at it. You find yourself perhaps trying to comprehend it from like a smith or arcane perspective, and you kind of shake your head. You're like, that's not why he's here. Like, that's not why he's asking me for help. Like, Festus doesn't need a second opinion on matters of artifice or arcane or those things, and you focus in on like the infernal aspect, and you do see that along the writings is inscribed infernal, and as you're sort of looking it over and reading it, a sort of echo moves through your mind. This thing has not been to the underworld yet, but it is clearly built to perfectly, almost magnetically, meld into the essence of the underworld and use its power to empower this chain. So you get the sense the chain's power is not yet complete. It needs to be in the underworld for it to be complete, which is like, okay, that's great, I guess. But you do get an echo of the power of Titan in your mind. For just a moment, but it feels like maybe it's the most odd experience. It takes but a moment, but at the same time, it feels like an entire day's worth of time. Your eyes go black, and then they're filled, dappling. An endless tapestry of stars unfolds before you, and you see the entirety of the cosmos. Every constellation unfolds itself before your eyes. It's almost like the seeing all the knowledge of everything all at once a little bit, which is mind-racking. But you see like all of the stars, and you see stardust, and for just a moment you comprehend the power of the night sky, that the stars aren't just pretty things to be viewed, that every star contains with it immortal, spiritual, celestial power. Each one is a fallen titan, each one is a fallen god, and you weep to know that every star is the death of an immortal, a celestial, a god, and has spun forth this great tapestry, and constellations have been forged by the gods and created magnificence. That's the influence of Hera, the influence of the blood of dead gods, the influence of dead titans. Giants all lay here, sprawled out before you, incomprehensible in its grandeur. And I think quite fittingly, Cleric of Twilight, you see all and comprehend very little of the entirety of constellations, and all behind it is the immense power of a singular titan who sees you from across the plains. And you come back a moment later and recognize that this thing isn't only tied to absorb the power of Tartarus and become that much stronger, but it is also bound to a very specific titan. Something that your vision points to. And you understand that this is a potent thing.
Take my hands away and kind of stumble back. And despite not being too bothered by the heat, there's like sweat dripping down his head. How did you make this, Great Hephaestus? There is an echo of something so very far away, further than I thought even creation itself could go. It saw me.
Saw you. Good. I guess. Good. I would call that successful then. He kind of picks it up, and he will kind of put it back where he found it, and kind of looks back to you. He goes, I'd explain it to you, but how many years do you have?
More than I thought I would. But despite what I just saw, I imagine this will bind the Titans just fine. It still needs to go into the underworld. It is, I suppose, liken it to an empty bucket. It needs the power of the underworld to fully tap into the binding properties.
Good. I'll admit I'm impressed. It's a pretty thorough inspection, I guess you did. Seems that it will work just fine now. So, what is it that you wanted?
I require a blade. I sense I'll be fighting a great many battles in the future, and divine magics alone will not suffice.
Okay. He approaches you, again, sort of that strange perception where it's like he seems large and he doesn't like shrink. It's almost like he's approached you and you realize he's as tall as he seemed. It fucks with your mortal perception, how their size changes. And though he remains divine, he stands before you, much taller than you, but at a more regular height, maybe about 8 feet tall now. And he says, "So tell me about this blade, then. What is it that you like? Let's keep it basic. Which sort of weapon would best serve you? What sort of blade is your would you fight well with?"
Xanthos also hold out his hands, and despite like his build, he kind of has the hands of like someone who does lot more fine motor work. Like he's actually proficient with like weaver's tools and woodcarver's tools, so he's used to working with like finesse work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put out your hands and he looks at them, and he will say these things with immediate insight. He says, "Craftsman, I see. And deft with your fingers. Perhaps something more balanced and slight, less forceful."
Indeed. I find I'm best with not large blades, something that can be used to find the gaps in an opponent's defenses.
He nods. He kind of thinks on it. Says, "All right. Is there any specifications, preferences, aesthetic interests?"
I am of the opinion that it is often the craftsman who has the best mind for that sort of thing. And I would hate to impose more than I need to. Today
He
is your
nods.
day, after all.
He nods. "I'll make something I think you won't be displeased with. You have a shield, right?"
Yes, I do.
Okay, he goes, "All right. I think I'll... Okay. Just give me some time. I will forge you a Xanthos that will complement your abilities." Xanthos being that you have a shield, the very traditional accompaniment to a shield, which is like it would be a short sword.
Yeah.
It's a very classic what goes with it, but you expect in the hands of Hephaestus it will be more than a single blade.
Cool.
So give me. I will see to it about trying to have it finished by tomorrow morning. I pick something, like I said, to complement our abilities. If I give me some time.
You have my thanks.
He nods to you. Anything else?
This might be an inappropriate question, but Xanthos this question kind of sounds a bit. Are you nervous?
For what?
The wedding.
Oh. No. No. Maybe persuasion check. See if he is wanting to expand or not.
Natural one. Nah.
A natural one.
Yeah.
He just says very bluntly no. No. And kind of looks at you with a look you expect he treats most people, that look of sort of like, you get the sense this is not an individual who, this is not a god who trusts people, or trusts people's good intents, or compassionate intents, which is ironic to who he is marrying, a god of pure compassion and love, and he's a person who very much distrusts compassion. You see that, and you gain that.
Kind of. There's a slight kind of glimmer of disappointment's the wrong word, but kind of like, oh, that's a shame kind of feeling. But he doesn't push it and just kind of says, very well. I hope everything goes well. Just keep an eye on Candybus. I strongly disapprove of his antics of late.
As do I. You would gain great favor with me if you were to kill him.
Sadly, I am. That is.
I understand that you travel with him. Don't. Whatever.
I am not the type to kill for others. He has not offended me personally.
You're a cleric. And you're asking for a sword. Could have fooled me.
I have those I wish to protect, those I have a responsibility for. And for those, even my faith does not supersede.
Very well. He will nod to you and turn to his craft. He will you see him, perhaps to your satisfaction, having already picked out a mold for something Xanthos shaped. And will begin to prepare a weapon fitting a cleric such as yourself.
I will take one last passing glance at the chain, just because it's going to haunt me for a little bit.
Yeah, you see this giant, like, gold, obsidian veined chain link with celestial and infernal script tinily measured across the veins. It is a divine masterwork.
It's kind of like between being fateless and that, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have seen that.
Yeah,
It's one of those, I don't think that was supposed to happen.
I wasn't supposed to see that, I know it.
And I'll maybe just like wave to, what's her name? Ember Walker as I go.
Okay, excellent. I think I already have picked out the weapon that he's gonna make for you, but it'll do for now. My resident cleric. Okay. So, who's up? Who would like to be next?
I can go.
All right. I just want to quickly check back in with. Whoops. I want to quickly check back in with Vasaliki to see if I can put her on the roster. Was there anything that you were planning to do, Vasaliki, or are you still just kind of? No. Can't hear you, Vasaliki.
Okay.
Can you guys hear her?
Mm-mm.
I don't think your mic's open.
I can hear that she's talking like there's sound coming out, but
It's
like
it's almost like
barely.
your microphone is picking up elsewhere. It's not coming through your headset.
Oh, that's my mic. All right, we're gonna give Vasaliki a moment to try and figure out her mic. I'll tune back in with you later. Feel free to keep testing as we go. I'm just gonna roll for who's next. Little evens odds here. Seems that the dice favor seeing a hand tag.
No, I was going to volunteer
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
if unless Candybus wanted to go. Okay.
It doesn't
Um,
matter.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Where are you off to, Thyia?
I think the first place I have to go is to see Apollo.
Fitting. Okay. This is fucking fantastic. Okay, hang on, Thyia.
Is he in his library?
He has a library that you will be perhaps stumbling upon momentarily.
Okay. I just did not know where I would go
Yes,
to find him.
yes. Oh, that sounded like it was working.
Yeah, I got it figured out.
Nice. Okay. There's some shit that's about to go down. Thyia.
Okay then.
This is great. Everything's just fitting
Everything is
together
fine.
perfectly
No,
today.
it's good. No, it is fine.
No, don't worry. It's good. It's good stuff. Unlike someone, you don't have a god who's murderously angry at you. Don't worry. Let's see here. Come
Oh, I am
on.
not at all concerned. Why would I be concerned?
Let's see here. So I'm just trying to find this one little thing. Get, damn it. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, it requires a slight prep on my part momentarily. Okay, we'll use.
I'm sorry, it's just the ominous music, and you're being like, "It's fine."
that's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna use this image. I just want to give this guy some art to put to. So I am finishing off his hand at here as you're about to meet him. He's not gonna look like this, but it's his most famous one. Some mitts, so you can't see them. Yeah, I still got this ominous music going. No, I need to change that.
Yeah, like it does the job, by the way, of creating a mood of tension, because I'm like, I got a knot in my shoulder right
You gotta. That's funny. Okay. Well, that wasn't the intention. I think, at least from Thyia's perspective, right now is not time for tension. It's a time of celebration for Thyia. Everything's
Kitty.
wonderful and nothing is bad. Everything's great. There's nothing that I can't affect it, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Which, as kind of insanely like low emotion a reaction as there is, probably a pretty wise reaction, frankly. Like, it is beyond my control, and thus I will not. Like, there's nothing I can do, so there's no point worrying about it.
I am not fundamentally different now than I was before. I am just in knowing. So be responsible, but like I cannot freak out about it. I do have responsibilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, this is what happens when you wake up and you decide to be sober, right? This is what happens when you wake up and you do not have the hair of the dog.
Okay. You are walking over, you get referred to Dionysus, or excuse me, Apollo. You get referred to where Apollo would be stationed around here. And you are going to bump into somebody. I'm trying to get the fucking hand out for. There we go. This man approaches you. He has a staff that is crooked into a little loop at the top. He is dressed in dark robes, grays and blacks. He's a handsome enough looking individual. He has the same sort of, I would say, sort of like blonde hair, like sort of dirty blonde hair. It's not like no, it's not like it's
functionally blonde. It's not legally blonde.
Yeah, that's right. But this, you're sort of walking by this gentleman on the way to Apollo's sanctuary, and you are just like walking by this dude, and you walk by many people, like you wouldn't think anything of it. But he sort of, as he's walking by you, gasps, grabs your arm, and pulls you to him. And to where his face is like right near your cheek, and he will whisper, "Troy will burn, and one of you will light the fire." And he rummages into his pocket, almost like a man possessed, and produces a scroll and puts it in your hand and retracts from you. Blinks a couple times. "Oh, hello. Pleasure to
Hello.
meet you."
It is good to meet you. I am Thyia. Who might you be?
"Ah, pleasure to meet you. I am the seer Trisius, son of Apollo, acknowledged by Apollo. Yeah, maybe a little history check if you wish to know about Trisius."
I think that is going to be with nothing on it. I just think it is going to be the 14. But it is, yes, history 14.
14? This guy is the single most powerful / famous seer, Pythia, alive. And he is actually the father of the current Oracle of Delphi, which you would know. And in this moment, you're like, "I've seen you around," as he's definitely been around Delphi.
I've seen you. I am from Delphi.
Ah.
I know your daughter.
Oh, how's Manto doing?
She was doing well when I last saw her. Yes. It is good to see someone that I know a little bit.
Well, it's just good to meet somebody who I have crossed paths with. I've crossed many paths in my time. But it was a pleasure to meet you, and I will surely, I think, yes, I will be seeing you around.
I hope so. You have a wonderful day.
Oh, fear not. We will be seeing each other again. Well, I shall leave you to your business. Good day.
You remind me of her, or she reminds me of you.
Both can be true.
She does that too. Thank you.
And he'll smile, give you a polite sort of bow of the head, and he will continue on his way.
And she's gonna turn to walk a couple of steps, and as soon as she's like gone, that he's out of sight, she's gonna take a minute, because that was wild.
You have this papyrus scroll, fine papyrus scroll in your hand.
I will. Is there a corner that I can go look in this? It's like just not be out in the open as I.
Yeah,
look
you
at
can
this.
sort of retreat to a corner to sort of precious and
Essentially, yes.
and unravel it. You unravel it, and there's nothing on it. It is blank. It is a blank piece of paper given to you by the most powerful living seer.
I will put it in my bag. I'll get a scroll case for it later. In the meantime, I am just trying to plan a party. I'm just trying to plan. That's all I'm trying to do.
I just wanted to plan a party. It's been a busy day. Right in your inventory, Trisius's blank scroll. His handout is there for the spelling in roll 20. At this point, that's the 100 one. I was like, yes, Vasaliki rolled it. I was like, this is perfect. And then you wanted to go to Apollo's Sanctuary because that's where this was supposed to happen. I was like, everything's the weave of fate.
Who says we're fateless?
Everything is going perfectly for me.
No way.
What was that, Xanthos?
No way Tiresias just dies later.
That'd be awkward. Okay, now you officially enter into the sanctuary of Apollo. You enter within, where it is just Apollo for the time being. Where he is like looking through his various stores of knowledge. This place has already been explained to you, but Thyia, this is once again the largest store of knowledge that you have seen, and it very much has that artistic sort of. It isn't so serious as like a grand library, but it is definitely a place of knowledge, a place of knowledge of light and music and poetry. This is definitely sort of like a gathering of great works of art. And you see the great and radiant Apollo, who you've just perhaps received a prophecy from through one of his children. Grand Apollo in all of his radiance, you look upon him, and it is almost difficult, like looking into the sun. He is so beautiful and opulent and radiant and divine. It's almost impossible to fully look at him for too long, though it is to your pleasure to do so. It's like looking into great knowledge that you can't fully comprehend, or the sun. And he turns to you and says, "And who have we here? Thyia, haven't had a chance to speak with you."
Hello, Divine Apollo. Have you a moment?
I do.
And she'll make eye contact, and then like her eyes will just like, she's trying to keep upright and keep her composure, but he's very grand, so she's trying not to make an issue of it, but she's protecting her eyes because he's
Yeah. And
she's protecting her eyes from his muchness, but trying not to be like creepy about it.
And he makes no offense about it. And I will say, here in ancient Greece, this is before like the time of a lot of like etiquette has come up, like where, oh, you are meant to not look him in the eye as you approach, and then bow, and then present you. Like the sort of courtly regal etiquette has not yet been developed to such extent. Like kings very much walk in the street and are treated with due respect, but there's no special protocol to talk to a king. And perhaps similarly with a god. So anyway, he approaches you. He makes no offense at your diversion of his eyes, as he's perhaps used to it. And he says, "A party."
To find a great bard of Olympus. Dionysus, his great bard recently has gone to Elysium. So we were thinking that since we are doing so many great tournaments, and we have chariots, and we have great competitions with spears and boars and things, that we should have great competition of bards to find who makes the best song, or who makes the best poem or something. But, and I was also thinking after wedding, but before all of the chosen have chosen and such.
There are many who claim the skill of music here upon the mountain. You might, if it were your desire to do so, press upon Hera to put this a part of the proceedings. I imagine it wouldn't be to the dismay of at least Aphrodite, the power of music to be enjoyed in such a fine event. Or indeed, thereafter, whenever to pleasure.
There will
Music
be
is to be
much
celebrated.
There will be much merriment afterwards. And this could be part of that.
read.
But I would be concerned about it is Hera's. The wedding is Hera's sacred event.
This is
I
true.
prefer to be cautious with the Queen
Mm.
of Queens.
Hera is a scary lady. It's true.
Might I ask a question about the library?
Many come to ask me questions.
Do you have any books on plants and such, or is this library for artistic and inspired things, creative things, as opposed to more mundane things? Like, and she'll take out a book, and it's her drawings of simple plants with like little notes about the parts of the plant and like little marginalia, but it's really elegant, the script. And even though they're line drawings, if you think about like Aristotle's work, even though it's just a line drawing, there's no shading or anything. It's still there's an elegance about it. So, like
There are books here on many things. Poetry and music amongst them. There is books here on the worst diseases that can possibly be imagined, the horrors they can inflict. There are books here on how to remedy such diseases. There are books here on prophecies that have been laid before mortals in pasts and in futures. There is books here on divine law. There's books on the art of archery. There's books here on beauty. And none of which I would bid you read. For knowledge gained is better than knowledge given.
that is wonderful. So this is a collection then.
They are all to serve a purpose. Can you guess what that purpose may be?
No, but I would like some time to think about it.
You can take the time you wish to think about
A puzzle. Thank you. So, with your blessing, I shall plan the party. Should we do this at your place or at Dionysus's place?
Well, it is the desire of a musician to take the stage so as many can see. There's something well worth remembering. This is that every part of the mortal world is not the domain of one alone. Music played on the stage is mine and Dionysus's. A marriage is one of Aphrodite and of Hera. So let us have this, especially if it's meant to be in dedication to Dionysus, let us have it upon the stage. I shall see to it that wonderful music is played.
Excellent.
You might wish to speak with Hermes as well. He is the most proficient with the lyre.
I shall go see him next. Thank you.
And he will, bid you farewell. And just to sort of expedite that, as they are neighbors, Apollo and Hermes are neighbors, you kind of go there, you're like, Hermes, and he will just kind of appear there, and the wind will kind of threaten to blow you away from the shock of being there. Says, sorry, I was just having a quick little meeting with Candybus, and well, never mind about that. What can I do for you?
You can get together with Dionysus and Apollo and me.
My boys.
That's right. And we want to host competition to find the greatest bard on Olympus right now.
I expect you, of course, mean mortal, because if it was a
Yes, of course.
competition between gods, I would win.
Obviously. And I am not even looking, although I would say that as there is much merriment going on, perhaps as gift to all, you could show them how it is done.
Oh, careful what you ask for. Goes, all right, I will spread the word and make sure those who are proficient in the instrument or the song are present for your little powwow. Where's it happening?
So we are going to do it at Dionysus' place. It will definitely be after wedding, before all the things settle down. Candybus and I are trying to lock down exact time and time it in with all the other events, so nobody is stepping on anyone else's toes. So the only thing we are for sure about is it will be after wedding.
Well,
No
considering
one
there's
will
this
interfere with Hera.
humongous hunt that's supposed to go on with Artemis, perhaps sometime before dusk?
Like an
Oh,
hour?
that's tonight! That's fucking tonight!
No, you can move fast and make mess. I cannot. We are mortals. We are not capable of doing so much so fast.
I
It will
know
have to
you're not.
be.
It's endearing. It's alright. It's alright.
Sorry.
Well, you got the hunt tonight, or there's a hunt going on, which is irrelevant. So maybe dusk. I mean, what's time if not, morning, afternoon, dusk, and night?
So the dusk after the wedding,
Yeah.
then.
There
The
you
dusk
go.
after the wedding.
Everyone likes a little midnight song. It sort of gets the blood going, and everyone loves a good wedding. It kind of excites people.
So
So
the dusk after the wedding.
the dusk after the wedding, I will
That
spread the
is
word to
time.
anyone who can pluck a string and make music.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
All right. Bye. And he
Bye.
flies away with great speed. Which we will travel, I guess, technically a little back in time, ever so slightly, to the Lips of Desire, Candybus. Let's see if that bull shows up. Not yet. Candybus is like in the bushes, fucking taking his way along, being extra careful. And you find your way to the most lovely, but perhaps dangerous place, as it's just outside of Hephaestus's door. You find your way to the little grove garden outside of Aphrodite's temple, and slip inside of her temple, to where she will sort of like gleefully, I don't want to say screech, but kind of like make a little exclamation of glee at your arrival here, and we'll go right up to you and wrap her arms around you in a big hug, and she'll say, "Candybus, it's so good to see you. How are you?"
I am doing most well.
And she smiles, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and she says, "So what are you doing here?" A little look of excitement in her eye.
Well, I have preparations for tomorrow, and I want to let you in on them, but I need Hermes here too. He's going to be a part of these plans.
You're like, "I need," she's like, you're like, "Hermes." She's like, "Oh, Hermes. Of course you do. Let us, Hermes." And people be like, "Yes, Aphrodite." "Oh, hi, Candybus. Good to see you. How are you doing?"
Oh, most well.
"Most well. So, what are we gonna get up to, all of us, huh?"
So, as you both know, tomorrow is a big day. And
Sort of.
as you also both know, I have really gotten under the skin of Hephaestus.
Yeah, I know about all that. Sorry.
No, no apologies. This is all according to plan. So,
Both of them look at you with like intense excitement.
here's what I'm thinking. Hermes, you made it into the forge and you saw what the wedding gift was, correct?
I did.
Do you think tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, you can steal it?
Oh, I could steal anything.
This is very good. Aphrodite, perhaps you yourself or the Graces, if you can lure Hephaestus out of his forge, maybe for a makeover. Gotta get him wedding ready.
Well, a makeover? I could try, but this is horribly mean. I mean, this man's supposed to be my husband, and I'm gonna help you all steal my gift from him? I like gifts.
Oh, you'll get it. I will be sure of that, but I want to make sure it's not cursed or something that will adversely affect you or your presentation.
You wouldn't be trying to fool a god, would you, Candybus?
Oh, what would give you that impression?
Above the table, do I need a deception check from you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
All right. 16.
Well, I gotta go look at her insight here. Hang on a second. Alright, Aphrodite. Aphrodite! It's not impossible to fool gods. Because it's been proven many times. Let's see here. Oh no, okay, hang on. I hit the wrong button. Command F is not always friend. He is a fickle god. Let's see here. Come on. Go, 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 go. Take me to the block. Take me to the block. Okay. I think we're there. Okay, here we go. Aphrodite. Oh fuck, what'd you roll?
16.
She looks at you, and she kind of tilts her head at you. Knowingly.
I am hoping he will be blinded by his insecurities to notice.
What? She looks confused. Hermes definitely tries to back you up. He goes, Aphrodite, I mean, you don't know him. You don't want to marry anybody. Clearly. But listen, if Candybus does something terrible to Hephaestus, and there's even a chance that it gets you out of it, why not take the chance? Because if everything goes wrong, then it'll all be blamed on him. And Aphrodite's like, I don't want that either, Hermes. He goes,
Well, perhaps there is a third option. See, if I can provoke him into making a scene, ruining his own wedding, I have a third plan that will allow the wedding to go through, but also preserve your freedom. Give you a little more leverage.
She cocks an eyebrow at that. Says, freedom.
Do you have some blank papyrus and some ink, something I can write down.
Hermes goes, he will
Okay.
produce it for you.
Okay, I'm going to quickly, very, very quickly scribble on to this papyrus, and I'm going to send you a message in the Facebook Messenger.
Here's the total I owe.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, my thing just turned on. That's weird. Hang on. Oh, I turned. That was weird. Okay. Where is? Oh, it's over here. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. uh, okay, you write this down. Do you present who you present? You present it to them.
Yes.
You present it to them. Aphrodite looks at it with certain interest. Hermes kind of laughs and he goes, "Why in the name of the fates would he ever agree to something like this?"
Well, if he makes this big scene and ruins the wedding and perhaps disgraces Hera and Zeus, I can step in and say, hey, maybe he signs this agreement, the wedding continues to go forth, he still gets a seat on Olympus, and everybody wins.
Hey, man, you're... it's worth a shot, I guess. I mean, the real problem, and he kind of like looks between the two. He goes, we all know the real problem here is that Zeus has declared it, right? Zeus has put his word forth, and he never goes back on his word. So, well, hey, maybe. Well, I don't know. What you have plans? I'm on board. This all sounds like good fun and mischief.
Well, I also just recently learned a little tidbit of knowledge that perhaps we can keep just between us for now. Not even an hour ago, we were summoned by the fates.
Both of them look at you with now even greater interest. Hermes says, "The fates? The fates
Yes.
wanted to talk to all of you, or sorry, not all of you. He said wanted to talk to you. What about?"
Apparently, I don't know if this is a mistake on their end or some third party has intervened, but they have lost my thread.
They both blink. Unusual to see two gods just like not totally like in the comprehension. Aphrodite says, "What do you mean? They lost your thread."
I am outside of their dominion. My actions are true and free.
Hermes goes, "I've never heard of such a thing."
Neither have I. But the crone tried to cut us. She couldn't because there was no thread to cut.
They look at each other, look back at you, and Hermes sort of begins to. I'll tell you what, make a persuasion check. It's not terribly hard, I'm sure they will believe you. They're pretty insightful.
Oh, 10.
Still not going to be difficult for gods to comprehend. Aphrodite goes, "You're telling the truth, aren't you?"
Yes. Yes, I am.
And you're mine. Mine. Hermes is like, this is interesting. Well, we'll have to see how things play out. I mean, yeah, good luck. Sorry, what did you need me to do? You need me to steal the wedding gift is what you wanted?
Yes.
All right, I'll take it.
The plan is for tomorrow morning. You steal the wedding gift, and then meet with me and Aphrodite. And I can make a duplicate. It won't have any magical properties, but it will be visually identical. And that duplicate, Aphrodite will wear down the aisle.
Okay. Very well.
And Aphrodite, you must tell Hephaestus that you got it from me.
She looks a little nervous. She goes, okay. Okay. I suppose this all makes me so I don't know, unsure.
Unsure?
I just I don't want to hurt him.
I know. But I fear he's made his mind up. And he wants to kill me. And I have not wronged him at all, in any way.
Right, of course. I She looks at you both, she goes, well, you've both been so kind to me. I won't stand in the way. I'll let things play out for now. We'll see where things go. I suppose. But she does so with like an uncertainty, like much is going on in her life. And Hermes says, that sounded like permission to me. I think I hear somebody else calling my name, so I'm going to go before you change your mind, lovely Aphrodite. Goodbye, and Candybus, you're my fucking, your favorite. Yeah, I like you. And he's going to shoot off to go see Thyia. And Aphrodite gives you this sort of like half smile of like, I really appreciate what you're doing, Candybus. Thank you. It does mean a lot.
Everything is going to be okay. I won't let anybody take dominion over you.
If you succeed, I will be astonished.
Honestly, me too. It's a long shot.
It's a long shot. Well, good luck, and I hope you can pull it off, and I hope nobody has to be hurt in the process.
That is the plan. I only wish for everybody to get exactly what they want.
Okay. Okay. She smiles at you, and she'll say, well, I've got much to prepare for then, I suppose.
Okay.
Good luck. And she kind of returns back into her, kind of meanders back into her room. She doesn't, like, give you as gracious a lead. You can tell that there's a lot she's uncertain of in recent days, and this plot doesn't add any certainty to anything. You can tell it troubles her. You can tell she genuinely doesn't want to see anything bad happen to Hephaestus, but she also does want to be free, so it's very conflicting emotions. In which, at that point, let's head over check on good old Vasaliki. See what she's up to, if she has anything to do.
Yeah, I think I want to go talk to my mom, Queen Hippolyta. Or did I already talk to her today? I don't know. I thought that was like a day or two ago, but
You talked to her yesterday evening, not today.
okay, yeah, I'll still go talk to her.
Okay, cool. Let's go do that. See if this fits nicely with any plots I have here. Just check out that. One more. Oh, we're on you. You know what? I'll just... Apparently you guys like your 40s, because everything in the 40s is taken. Okay. We're just gonna go there.
I mean, you could also tell us to roll a second time. If it's something we've done before.
There's a lot going on. It's all right. I probably will, but for the time being, let's go wrap up this little event here. Okay, you go looking for your mother. Unsurprisingly, she is where the children of Ares often find themselves, which is the arena. Vasaliki, you will find. You know what? Let's change it up a little bit. You're gonna find her in a courtyard in Middle Olympus, which is to where Artemis usually sort of stays. No, I got that wrong. But anyway, you find her sort of like in a glade, sort of like a private glade. She seems to be fletching a couple of arrows, precisely preparing for the hunt. True to what your sister said, or excuse me, your aunt said, your mother taught you a unique discipline, which is the discipline of the ranger, which is not the same discipline that a lot of Amazons have, where they're just traditional hunters. Rangers, very, very specific and unique, and I would say sort of almost a sacred technique. So it's a hunter on steroids, whereas others would be more towards like a fighter side of things. So your mother taught you this very unique style that only she amongst the other aunts possesses, sort of handed it down to you, the discipline. And maybe that's what she's doing. She's being amongst nature, kind of preparing herself. And you approach her.
So for the hunt tonight, is it going to be like a spectacle, or what's the format of the hunt tonight?
You're not sure perfectly, but you all met around a campfire. You don't get the sense Artemis is the most showy of the gods. You can probably expect that there isn't going to be any grand ceremony or it's probably not going to be like watched from the stands. No, it's probably going to be more of a traditional hunt.
Hello, Mother. How's your day?
She looks at you and she says, "It's well. Preparing for this evening. And you."
So you're taking part in the hunt tonight?
Yes. I have a deep respect for Artemis. And if your aunts are hunting, then I ought to as well.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. My comrades that I've been traveling with are fighting with Nicandros. And I spoke with Melanepe and Antiope, and they allowed me on the hunt. And I wanted to do this to show you my loyalty to the Amazons and to you.
She hasn't been cold. She acknowledged you, as you approached, and then kind of went back to fletching. But as you say this, she kind of stops her activity, and she looks at you, and she smiles. She says, "Well, it has been long past due that you've had your first hunt. And hunting a boar made of the sky would be quite exceptional." She looks at you and thinks for a moment, such as what elves are inclined to do. They have plenty of time on their hands. Not in this canon. The Amazons live a very violent, perhaps short life, so the long lifespan of elves is not always... It's not as celebrated as it is in other fantasy cultures, I would say, with the Amazons. And she thinks and looks at you keenly. The ranger is the greatest hunter, and I have trained you to be a good ranger. I will secede from the hunt. It'll be you who must guide your arms to success. You are daughter of Zeus. You are the daughter of Hippolyta. You have great blood in your veins. It's time you proved it. You already have been proving it. Now it's time you led our people. So lead those who are going to be difficult to lead. Lead your aunts. See if you can survive the ordeal.
I can do this. Thank you. And I aim to make you proud.
Thank you. Don't make me a liar.
Yeah, she'll leave with that. And yeah, she's a little pressure for tonight.
She will stop you before you leave, and she says, "Vasaliki, what must a queen never do of the Amazons?"
Bow to anyone.
Good. Just checking. And she smiles at you. You can tell there's reserve to her over you now. But you definitely think you've made... There's an assurance in yourself of like, okay, making the right steps and moving forward. But then, of course, yes, the pressure of having to lead your aunts, who are skilled, blooded, veteran warriors, who have their own royal politics of them. It will surely be a challenge of leadership to lead those three.
Yeah, I think Vasaliki will smile at her mom, maybe a little against her will, but she's very pleased in that moment. And yeah, she'll take her leave and maybe start preparing for the hunt tonight.
I will say, as a reminder, it occurs to you, Vasaliki, to our champion to 2 gods. Or rather, so fucking 30, alright, even worse. You're a champion to 3 gods. And there is this, like, feeling to you, maybe divine scent, maybe just from your own conscience, not conscience, but your own feeling of, like, catch you soon. We will go to break. Let's take a 15-minute break. Come back. Evening is growing close. We will see who is the successful hunters.
That was very cool. All the way around. That was really fucking cool.
Candybus!
Jesus Christ!
Dropping bombs!
Oh my god! Thank you for limiting it to Candybus.
Mhm.
And obviously Thyia doesn't know anything, but Carmen's over here like.
I know, I love it. I'm fucking here for it, though. I love it.
You know, you're the reason that the Fates are nervous about this shit.
Yeah.
It's you.
They're nervous about all of you, but like, I think the mother at one point was like, Candybus was like, great, whatever. And she was like, no, it's serious. This is really fucking serious.
I mean, I'm just introducing Tiresias has me nervous because, like, he's supposed to die at some point, but if he gets involved with us and lives, well, the Odyssey doesn't happen.
Which one is that, sorry?
The Odyssey doesn't happen unless Tiresias dies, because he's the problem that Odysseus meets. But if he's involved with us, he might live.
Yeah.
That ruins everything.
Don't ruin the Odyssey.
Thyia is like going to go find Xanthos next, and y'all can have
It's
a
worth
talk.
putting. It's worth putting out there, folks. I mean, this is a little too much to put above board. We'll put it in there at some point in the plot, perhaps. But yeah, let's take our break, and we'll be back very soon.
Thyia's gonna come talk to Xanthos. She's trying. She's had a lot get in her path today as she's tried to get a
busy
simple
day.
task done.
It's not easy being famous. Okay, everybody. Come back to it. It's been a long day. I'd say it's hunting time. Now, Artemis is not a great god of ceremony, as we have spoken of. That isn't to say that mortals create ceremony, but she is not. An agreement was made between the Gandros and the Amazons. Sun sets. When the sun has reached precipice, has set, that is when the hunt begins. So, presumably, Xanthos, Thyia, and Candybus wanted to join the hunt for the Gandros' side?
Yep.
Cool. You three meet up with Nicandros at dusk, as it is growing into dusk. Not a very social butterfly, that one. He just simply regards you with a nod. Bit of an awkward nod. Let's see here. I'll change this a bit. And you will wait the last sliver of the sun to vanish before beginning your hunt. As the four of you are gathered, is there any words you'd like to share? It's okay if it's no.
So we are hunting this moonlight boar.
Nicandros nods.
How exactly do you hunt something that is made of moonlight?
I expect you shoot with arrows. That is how most hunts work. Unless this is to work differently.
And do you have any thoughts on where you might find this creature?
We were told somewhere on Mount Olympus. I had figured to search for tracks and then seek from there.
Would this moonlight boar possess abilities that transcend the average boar?
Shrugs. Just maybe. One would have to think. He looks about as knowledgeable of this experience as you all. It's very clear that doesn't seem to have much more information than you guys have.
Well, this is your hunt. We are just here to assist. So, where shall we go?
He looks to the sun and waits for it to crest the horizon, and in about a scarce moment or two, the hunt will begin in earnest. But meanwhile, in a glade, perhaps across the waters that would be designated as Poseidon's realm, the three Amazon aunts gather in preparation, awaiting Hippolyta. And instead of Hippolyta, Vasaliki will appear. They will say, Antiope will say, "Niece, where is our queen?"
She sent me in her stead.
There is sort of like a silent understanding, or like there's a surprise amongst all of them. There's a quiet acknowledging of like, oh, how unusual. All right, from Penthesilea and Melanipe, who kind of like are like, oh, weird, but all right, I guess, fair enough. Antiope looks furious. She goes, "You? She expects us to follow you. You have not even had your first rate." You must be lying. Where is she?
I might not have been on my first raid, but I've been on plenty of hunts and I've guided many a teams through Greece on these hunts. And I've guided our people to raids. So I feel confident I can guide my family through the Mount Olympus. I can find this boar. I know I can.
Persuasion.
I would like to use my advantage from I don't know.
Use your advantage from one of the gods that you have advantage.
I was just trying to pick one that would make sense, but
Sure.
oh, actually, I have advantage because they're royalty, and I have queenly poise. So
Thank you, Hera. Go for it.
yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a 6.
At advantage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to burn on that?
I don't have anything.
You can spend favor for a reroll. If you have favor with a god you would wish to spend to reroll the roll.
Oh, I don't. I'll just use my inspiration.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Oh,
I'm not very charismatic.
I know, it's okay. Antiope says, as have we. This does not make you worthy to lead us. We have been part of the royal life. I don't even know why I'm explaining myself to you. And she begins to start, and she just walks by and like curtly like shoulders past you.
You cannot
Oh, go ahead.
you cannot hope to take that boar on by yourself. You need us. You need me. I know this isn't the arrangement that you wish to have tonight, but I can find this boar, and I'm your best chance you've got.
This is the arrangement I do not accept. It is degrading for us to follow a child into battle. And to your maybe unhappiness, you're going to see Melanipe not as ferociously, but nonetheless begin to walk away as well. She says, I'm sorry, my niece, but Antiope is right. There is the experienced warrior should not follow the youth. You're not blooded, not like we are. And Antiope and Melanipe will.
Can I make a survival check to see if I can start to track this boar?
Yeah. You kind of just start heading off to go hunt for it?
No, I guess I was
Like hoping there were tracks like right where
yeah,
you're standing.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't. You quickly look around for tracks. There's no obvious tracks at your feet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, aunts, you're making a mistake. I don't underestimate nor take for granted your experience, and I don't intend to lead you into battle, whereas that's your strength. But I can lead you through this hunt and into the gates of battle. Trust me on this one.
Melanipe looks back, sort of like She looks sort of like saddened to have to do this. But she does begin to walk away as there's like maybe a politics to the hierarchy here. So she does kind of look back with a look of like apologetically, but Antiope stomps off. So they take off, unfortunately, as your persuasion was a little too low.
She'll turn back to it's Pelisanthi or something like that. Penthesilea. And she'll like stalk past and grumble under her breath, like, I'm gonna find that fucker first. And now she would like to make her survival check. And I'd cast guidance as well if possible.
Okay. Cast guidance on yourself. Go ahead and make a survival check to begin your hunt.
Oh, and I want to use my advantage from Artemis.
Ooh. Okay. Your advantage from Artemis. Sure, go ahead. You will note that Penthesilea hasn't left. She remains.
I guess realizing that she'll turn around slowly. Like, are you going with them or?
She shakes her head. She says, I know what it's like to be, I am the youngest. I've been where you are. And if Hippolyta thinks you're ready, then who am I to deny our queen?
Well, thank you. That really means a lot. Well, I guess well, I'm gonna try my damnedest to find this boar first. So
Call it an apology for wiping your face across the sand on the gutter button.
well, I'd expect nothing less.
She smiles at you. She perhaps knows that you allowed the like you knew what you were in for, and she knew you knew what you were in for, and there's a quiet respect perhaps. And yeah, you realize she's the youngest, and you've only recently just seen how she's kind of disrespected by her older sisters at times. So she's despite your five being the DC to get her on your side, I was doing like a 5x5 to see how many of them would be willing to follow you. So she's willing to stay. You may now make your fully loaded survival check.
It's a natural 20 for 25 plus my D4.
Holy shit. So
26 total.
beat that team too. You said you're here to follow Nicandros, and follow Nicandros you shall. Is anyone here proficient in survival? Of you guys? Okay.
It's a half proficiency, but not fully.
Half proficiency. I will tell you what then. For half proficiency, I will provide the Centaur advantage. But Thyia, you may make your own roll as well if you wish.
Thank you.
All these Centaur stat logs. None of them are hunters. You even got a Centaur mummy.
I'll give Thyia guidance.
Cool.
Guidance gives.
D4.
D4.
Thank you. Oh, where is the thing? There it is.
What'd you get, Thyia?
23.
23 is very good. Due to the power of guidance from Xanthos, the subtle powers of Persephone come to you, Thyia, and you feel yourself just kind of gently nudged in the right way here and there. And you are going to find tracks. You're going to find some tracks of a very large boar, seemingly. And you find them before Nicandros, and you guys are able to begin following. But this is not before Vasaliki finds them on her end. And certainly is going to find the boar first. Now, Vasaliki, you find yourself and your sister kind of low and ready. And you find the boar sort of grazing nearby. It is a magnificent boar, and it looks like it's twice as large as any boar you've ever seen, ever heard of. It's massive. And it looks like a boar, but like in the shadows of its fur, when you like can't quite see it, it illuminates the night sky, like almost as if it is part boar where the light hits it when the moon touches it. So it is like made of moonlight when it can be seen, and where it cannot be is just the dappling starlight. A shadowy beast that will not be too easy to hunt. But because you found it first, you will have first draw on it. Because you have your aunt with you, she will be providing you advantage on this check. Now, this is a unique check. It's going to be a stealth check. And that is advantage stealth to be able to quietly approach the boar. Whatever you've got on hand is your ranged weapon, spear, whatever you may have, bow and arrow, whatever. You may knock an arrow and fire. Depending on how well you do on your stealth check is how precise a shot you will make. You may be able to end the hunt here and now, but maybe you will not either. A lot rides on this moment. Make me a stealth check with advantage. You may guidance yourself if that is what you still wish to do.
Yeah, and can I don't know if this even applies because it doesn't seem like a normal combat, but I have this new feature called Hunter's Lore. When they're marked by my Hunter's Mark, you can know their immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities. Can I use that now?
I will allow it, yes.
Okay.
You are aware that it is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons.
Oh,
It is it is resistant to radiant damage as well.
okay. So it's Hunter's Mark now.
Okay. The Hunter's Mark will be considered magical, but I don't believe it makes the entire attack magical.
I don't think so. I will whisper that to Xanthos that it's immune to non-magical damage. And then, yeah, I'll make a stealth check at advantage. Okay. 23. Oh, and I have guidance. You said I could do guidance, right?
I did.
Okay. So 27.
Nicandros, Thyia, Candybus, and Xanthos, my team too. You're only three behind in survival. You guys come through the brush, low and still, and kind of find the board as well. And as Nicandros is drawing an arrow, knocking it, before you can even draw the arrow, the boar shifts and screeches. So the boar screech and falls over to the side, kind of doing that sort of struggling and kind of slowing, in which Vasiliki sort of jumps from the brush, weapon in hand, and will sort of like end the beast's suffering. Actually, we'll say Penthesilea will like you got the kill. This will be considered your kill, Vasiliki, but she gives it the mercy with her axe, and ends its suffering. So she jumps from the brush. Thus the purpose of the two team. And you guys have like, dang. And yeah, Vasiliki will then appear from the brush, and it seems by 3 points on the survival check, Vasiliki got the first shot, and struck true. If Nicandros is upset, it doesn't show on his face. But the Amazons will claim the victory of this hunt. You guys were doing some hunting for a good. You guys were really well. I'd say this was about a half an hour of a hunt, which is pretty quick for a hunt. But yeah, in the quiet space of the dark, so you can win.
She'll walk over to Pensanthalia, with just like a big old grin on her face, and say like I knew it. Like the gods blessed me and favored us tonight. Thank you for believing in me.
If you ever told anyone, I'd have to kill you. But you would make a much finer queen, I think, than Antiope. She's jealous and hot-headed, but you're a good hunter. You need to be patient to be a hunter. And the gods love you much more than her. You did good. This was your first raid that you did, hunt that you did. Of Romulos, of true Amazons. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. I am. Mother challenged me before, yesterday, and questioned my loyalty to the Amazons, and so I needed to prove to her that you are my people, and I belong with you and the rest of our family. It's important to me. I mean, being the champion of Zeus is important to me as well, but I'll never forget where home is.
I understand why she feels this way, given all that's happened. I will tell her of how well you did.
Thank you. And she'll turn to the boar, and does it still have like, I mean, is it just like dead, or does it still have like that flicker of light in it?
You look over to the boar, and it has returned to what it once was, which was starlight and darkness, and perhaps to your dissatisfaction, unable to take trophy, you're like, oh man. But you are happy to see that perhaps there is. You see all that is left is a rather large boar tusk that seems to faintly glow with the silvery light of the moon. That is all that is left behind, a symbol of your successful hunt.
Cool. Yeah, she'll go pick it up.
Nicandros will look at the other party members. He'll say, Thank you for joining me. And he will just turn and leave. He just turns and leaves. You will also see sort of, well, I probably draws attention to herself. She's probably perched on a nearby rock, and none of you really noticed. But you hear, good. And your guys are kind of like, ghost. And you see the youthful, just sort of having blended in with the dark, perhaps was always there or just there, is Artemis, who is just sort of perched on the rock. Again, just sort of like this sort of wild child kind of tomboy, like literally perched like this, just like on the nearby rock, having watched the scene. And she says, the Amazons were always my most zealous followers. I'm excited to see that's not just zealotry. And you have gained a favor with Artemis, Vasaliki. With that, there is a bit of a crack of thunder. And you're going to see the wind begins to billow hard against you all. As you are going to see light appear from the sky, blue electric light as Zeus descends into the middle, laughing thunderously and applauding, making cracks of thunder. He sort of lands in the center. Very good. A fine hunt. You should be proud, daughter. You have skilled warriors here. I hope you'll not judge the centaur too poorly. It's hard to overcome an Amazon and a daughter of Zeus. The odds were not in his favor, despite his greater numbers. Artemis says, yeah, yes, Fawn. I will consider. And Zeus will kind of, hands on the hips, kind of turn and say, well, this requires celebration, I would say. And I happen to be holding a feast this very evening. Will you all not join me?
Would be our honor, great Zeus.
I would love to.
Excellent. The victories of my daughter grow more and more. I'm excited to see what she does in the mortal world. Artemis, perhaps you might take oh fuck, her whole name is a mess. Penthesilea. Says, why don't you take Penthesilea up to the top? I have words to be shared with these heroes. This group my daughter has taken under her wing. Artemis goes, I am your daughter as well. Doesn't mean much to say my daughter. It's right. Vasaliki. Artemis just kind of scoffs and kind of hops down and kind of starts meandering in that direction. Penthesilea just kind of gives you a last smile. Vasaliki goes running after the goddess of the hunt. Zeus says to all of you, come closer still. I would share with you an event that I require your aid for. Yeah, I assume you all do. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the information he has yet to share. Definitely brings you in conspiratorially. He says, you have done well on many occasions, and you are keen of eye and mind, so I would ask for you a little bit of help. As the king of the gods, there's much that I cannot do. His eyes are often upon me. But I need to see if there is a traitor in our midst, or someone who disrespects the laws of hospitality under my own roof. So it looks in your direction, Xanthos, as it's become clear in certain instances that you specifically value hospitality more than most. Since at this dinner party, I have invited one to come feast. I have reason to believe, however, that he lusts for my wife. So, I have created a copy of Hera from the clouds of Olympus to mirror her divine energy and personality. I would like you to watch him and her and see if he does what I think he may be. See if he tries to make a pass at Hera, try and seduce her, or even take her to bed. Yes, if he takes her to bed, allow him, and while he's in the act, come find me and tell me. But I want you to watch closely and find proof of this potential infidelity and defying of the laws of hospitality. Will you do this?
Of course. Without question.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Certainly in my wheelhouse.
Very good. Very good. All right. Let us go then. And he is going to Tiki. I just gotta find the name of this guy, this supposed bastard. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Hang on a moment. I've got his name on a whiteboard over here somewhere. I gotta just give me half a second. Got it. It says his name is Ixion. Watch him closely, if you will. And he'll begin to take you up.
Do the other two Amazons ever show up?
No,
Oh, okay.
sorry.
How embarrassing for them.
Well, it seems like they've abandoned the hunt, basically. This is what had happened. Which, yeah, is not great for that one. Oh, come on. Redo. So, you come up to the highest heights of Mount Olympus, all the way up to where Zeus would make his domain, where certain lesser gods and greater gods sit around a large feasting table. You see Hera at the end of the table, and sitting next to her is this somewhat thin, fair-skinned man with blonde hair that's in sort of like a goatee. They're all there, and he's kind of sitting next to Hera, and he's talking and laughing with her. You see Zeus's brow furrow, but reserves the appearance of a diligent host. He says, sorry for my late attendance. I had to bring forth some who were deserving of such festivities. I would present my daughter, Vasaliki, champion of myself, my very will, in fact, and her companions, who have all taken part in the sport of the hunt recently. So, let us celebrate Artemis and the hunt done in her name. Cheers are most certainly had to that. Artemis is there, Penthesilea is there. And this supposed individual is there too. Vasaliki, you're brought to sit beside Zeus. Who would like to sit where?
I think I'll sit next to this this alleged offender of hospitality.
All right, you sit beside the bastard in question. All right, fantastic. Any other preferences at the table?
I'll sit next to Thyia just because they asked to speak to me.
Okay. Magnificent. And so you do. And with that, the night begins to roll on. Why don't you two start, Thyia and Xanthos?
So, there is one thing that I would prefer to speak of at a later time. But concerning the Mayonnaise, they have acknowledged, or they have come to an understanding that when you ask someone into your home, there are no circumstances really when it is okay to abuse them, and they want to make amends and to make changes in future. So this is honored, and it was done because Dionysus, in retrospect, was not in overall pleased with what had happened. And I know you are not happy with the mayonnaise, and it is fine. You do not have to be. I only ask that you allow space in your world for them to maybe grow.
Xanthos looks a little kind of conflicted. I'm glad to hear that they have acknowledged wrongdoing. But hospitality is a law enforced by Zeus himself. I do glance at Zeus and I say that. Should not have ever been a question. But what's been done is done. If they are learning, if they are changing to be better, that is good. I
do not expect you to be happy. I only want there to be a place that in future you may not be like actively angry at sound of name, you know?
I'm not an angry person. I can't hold on to it very easily. Honestly, I am afraid. They did stab me.
This problem, I agree.
I do not wish to be stabbed again, preferably.
I strongly agree that that would be not ideal. What we have come to is that when you are guests in the house of Dionysus, you should it should be a stabbing freeze. You should not have to worry about being stabbed. Stabbing should be limited to people who are bad and who do bad things, or not in temple at all.
I will still attend this event you have planned. I won't make a fuss, but I may For my own peace of mind, I'll be keeping a wide berth.
Oh, that is fine. That is fine. Thank you. Well, we shall take walk and speak of other thing another time.
Very well.
Okay. Who else?
I guess I'll kind of observe my friend here. What did you say his name was?
Ixon. Or Ixion. I-X-I-O.
Ixio. Ixio.
Ixion. He wears the robes of someone who would be considered royal. There's a good chance he's a king.
Do I see him giving passing glances to Hera here?
Oh yeah. He's trying to be subtle about it, but like there's a clear interest. I will say his robes are a bit tattered. He wears the colors of a king, but they're faded and tattered as if he hasn't been, you know, it's like he has been on the road longer than just the mountain.
Okay. So, King Ixion, it appears you've traveled a great distance to be here.
Oh, I have how the gods, especially the goddesses, are so kind. I was actually in a bit of a struggle, but by the mercy of Zeus, I find myself here upon this mountain. I was actually in some trouble with my people. I'm ashamed to say I was exiled, but Zeus took pity on me, brought me here to Olympus to dine and perhaps gain station, and prove myself in the Age of Heroes as he intends. I'm a most lucky, if a little unlucky, king.
Quite fortunate for you. Perhaps your luck is turning around.
I would say it has. I mean, look at the company I keep, and his eyes definitely wander to Hera, and she kind of indulges it.
It appears someone's looking for some favor.
Those are we not all looking for favor? And he'll
I'll
lift
drink
a
to that.
glass. Yeah, he definitely eats and drinks with the indulgence of somebody who has not enjoyed finery in a while, but perhaps is used to it.
Perhaps tonight will be your night.
I think tonight already is my night, as all nights have been since I've arrived on the wonderful mountain.
Well, truly, the fates smile upon you.
Yes, indeed they do. Indeed they do. Yeah, he keeps galloping and goes, and of course I must toast the wonderful queen of the gods. What illustrious and wondrous company that is kept here on Mount Olympus. Zeus is truly cruel to keep such a magnificent queen hidden amongst the clouds.
I will cheers you to that.
Yeah, he'll cheers that to Hera, who is right there. She'll say, Hera, who's right there, will say, and I am truly blessed to have such fine dinner guests who treat so well and make such fine toasts. Ixion smiles proudly. Worth noting that he's an elf. He's an elvish king, it seems.
So we're in good company.
Magnificent company, I would say. If you wouldn't mind, I'm sorry, I'm realizing the rudeness of myself. What is your name?
I am Prince Candybus of Thyia.
Prince Candybus of Thyia. It's a pleasure to meet you. And as I've said, I am King Ixion Once the people, my people. The king
Yes,
of
the my
Lapith,
peoples.
the king of the Lapiths, and the father of the Centaur race, actually, believe it or not.
Oh.
It is true, it is true. After the great floods, well, the world needed repopulating, and it's a complicated story how the Centaur came about. But I am their forefather, it is true. Perhaps that's why Zeus has given me a second chance.
I would assume so. And it looks like other people are giving you chances as well. All kind of.
He gives you he's taking much encouragement from you, Candybus, and says, "Indeed, perhaps you are right. If you wouldn't mind, Prince Candybus, there is, of course, private matters of favor and advice I would get from the great queen of the Olympians."
Oh, by all means.
You leave, and he's leaning in and like making flirtatious wide gestures, and Hera sort of indulges and laughs and seems to be genuinely enjoying his company. I want to hit Vasaliki quick. Vasaliki, is there anything that you would wish to do during the feasting?
Who's sitting next to me?
You're sitting next to Zeus and Artemis, and on the other side of Artemis is the princess Penthesilea.
Oh, okay, cool. So
At the other end of the table from Hera and Ixion.
okay. No, I don't have anything in particular. I'd say maybe I would like tell the story with Penthesilea, of like the hunt, like what happened, and I don't know, kind of just talk about that. Yeah.
Speak of the hunt. Fantastic. And Penthesilea says, to abandon a hunt is, well, Lady Artemis, great Artemis, I do not imagine it sits well with you. Artemis says, no, it does not. You can be assured that my eyes turn to more important individuals. I think Penthesilea sort of like looks across the table and gives you like a look like they're lost kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Zeus says, but I do understand Hippolytus' position. There's a wise queen who teaches great heirs how to lead. Artemis kind of subtly nods quietly in agreement. You see Zeus is having difficulty focusing on the conversation at hand as he's kind of like glaring off to the side at Ixion, who is oblivious, and is currently whispering something in Hera's ear, and he goes, well, too much wine needs to make Ixion need to piss, so I will be back. And he will leave. He kind of like leaves the mountain top towards the stairs a little bit. And so you guys sit and feast, and a couple of minutes later, Hera says, wedding arrangements must be made, and so I shall leave as well. And she leaves.
Of course.
I can only imagine we're all like making eyes with each other, like across the table.
I'll say is at this time that Zeus has absorbed a conversation with a number of his winged advisors who are at his side, so he hasn't noticed as they have drawn his attention.
When Hera departs, I'll kind of look to Thyia and I'll just say, I suppose we shall follow, and I will disappear. As I use Dark Step. Admittedly, it's 6 seconds, because it's one turn of visibility. So I'm going to turn invisible and just run.
for the sake of flair and fun, yeah, you've like timed it out and you managed to do like a quick slip around the corner and depart. Very cool. So yeah, suddenly Xanthos just vanishes, and heads out. I'll say a little bit of like darkness, maybe just sort of like eats them up and recedes. So it sounds like this is a Vasaliki and Xanthos mission by the sounds of things. Does anybody else want to come? It's okay if it's a no.
Sure, I'll come.
All right.
I also have to go take a piss.
Great, you're all like, we all need to take a piss together.
We're going to hold hands.
Yeah. You never know what's in those bathrooms. Gotta be careful. The buddy system's important. All right, let's get a group stealth check.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration to roll it again.
Got 15.
Well,
Nice.
it didn't help, so 10.
10. All right.
24.
24. What'd you get, Thyia?
9.
9. Okay.
9. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Tya's kind of clunking along a little bit, but made up for by Candybus and Vasaliki. Xanthos kind of riding the middle there of the 10. I'll also have, of course, our wonderful Huntress roll a scribal check for tracking, because I assume that is an important part of the estimation of things, it seems.
15.
You keenly follow the only way you can until you find footsteps necessary, and sure enough, you follow for quite a while, and you make your way to not too long. I'll say you kind of make your way, and you'll notice the open doors to the throne room, and you sneak in there, and it's empty, if not but for some sounds occurring in corners in the dark. You hear what you expect is Ixion very much enjoying the pleasure of Hera's company in one of the alcoves, and surely enough, you guys kind of spy him going to work.
I mean, who can blame it? Who among us is not engaged in such scandalous behavior?
I'm not.
Well, let's tell Zeus. We
Indeed.
have our proof.
Let him see it for himself. Should make for quite the show.
You guys stealth out of the room, now knowing where he is, and run very, very fast, presumably, hoping that he's not a two-pump chump, so that we can get this, get this on record.
Ah, great scandal, Lord, great Zeus. This wretched man has taken
What?
Hera
Has what?
into his bedchamber.
No!
Wait, it was in the throne room, right?
In the throne room? He looks around. Also, come with me. And he, as he steps, the marble steps under his feet, sort of, as ozone permeates off of Zeus as his wrath and his anger build with every step as he draws closer to the throne room, until you get down there, and you're gonna see Hera on, Hera, quote unquote, cloudy Hera, like on her throne, enjoying the pleasure of this would-be king.
I see where the centaurs get it.
You say loudly. Why don't we change the music here to create that tension that was feeling earlier? What would be a good one? let's do this one. I don't know if that's actually the best. Hang on. I want to hit it real. Wait. Sure, we'll stick with this one. Let me know if the sound is off or anything, because I fucking barely hear anything. That's not good either. One more. Just try one more. No, this one's just fine. Zeus comes in and he says, "Enough!" And there's residual passive thundering of the clouds. The very mountain has turned angry with his will. To which Ixion kind of is like, Zeus is like, you can see his like shoulders moving, heaving with anger. And Ixion like quickly starts fiddling with himself. And he says, "Lord Zeus, he waves his hand and he says, 'She nothing.' And he waves his hand and she turns into the cloud mist that she is and sort of fades. He goes, 'Ah!' He goes, 'She is not Hera. She is a trap set by me. King Ixion, you failed as a king horribly. You have committed murder against your own kingsman. You were given even second chance and mercy, and how do you repay it? You deny hospitality. You destroy the hospitality of Mount Olympus by laying with would-be my wife.'" And Ixion says, he falls to his knees. He goes, "Please, Lord Zeus, I am sorry. I was overtaken with lust." He goes, and he a bolt of lightning appears in his hand, and he throws it with the full force and anger and might of his wrath. Light blinds all of you for a moment. Thunder splits your ears, as all of you are just the immense power and all of the hair on the ends of your arms are brought to bear. The pure booming sound of a bolt going off is enough to split your eardrums nearly. It is, you feel the bones inside of your body shake, and the entire air scintillates, all of your hair standing on end. You are like, I can't express enough how the power brought to bear. Like, if you could possibly imagine standing right next to a lightning strike and then taking that light and sound and power and multiplying it, it is unbearable to even stand near. And as your sight returns to you in a blur and your ears stop ringing, sort of fade down into sight, all that is left of Ixion is a crater in the throne room that lightning jumps from here to there, and dust. But you don't know if the dust is the stone or if the dust is what was once the man. But Zeus utterly annihilates him to nothing, disintegrates him, if you will. And he sort of heaves and he says, "You know, there's nothing quite like revenge." And he turns to you all and he goes, "Thank you."
It was our pleasure to serve the great god Zeus.
Know that each of you take favor from me in this moment. If you'll excuse me, I must trade words with my brother Hades to ensure he divines the most cruel punishment for this man, if you could call him that, in all time. And he will stalk out of the room to go find Hades and insist upon him a most gruesome Tartarus-based punishment for this man. And you're left in the throne room with just this ozone energy crackle in the air of the rage and wrath of Zeus that has just transpired upon this individual.
Well then. It took very little convincing.
Well, his fate down below will not be pleasant.
He brought it on himself.
That he did.
Everyone has one favor with Zeus except for Candybus, who is at 0, and Vasaliki.
I'm at 0?
Yeah, you had a -1 there for some reason.
What?
Yeah. Not sure why.
Let's say I thought it was a +1.
Oh.
No, wait, it was a +1, and then I went to 0. It had -1?
That's what I have wrote down.
All right then.
You're back to 0.
I have work to do.
Sorry, Thyia, were you saying something? I couldn't quite. Your mic's a little far from your mouth. I couldn't quite hear you. Okay, cool. One thing is clear is that Festus has a throne room to repair. But yeah. The sky continues to crackle with a monstrous thunder. Surely all the mortals down below will have acknowledged and seen. That all in Olympus will have acknowledged and seen. All will know that something enraged Zeus, and someone was the focal point of that. But it is late. There is a marriage to be had tomorrow. So perhaps it is time to find your way to there. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do before the promised day.
Actually, I think there is.
All right, Lips of Desire. What you got?
I think. Because there's still one little loose end that we need to tie up. I'd like to pay a visit to King Minos.
Okay. As you all make your way back down to your rooms in the sort of villa, guest house, bathhouse, whatever you might call it, you will find your way to the door of King Minos. You knock. After a small time, King Minos does open the door. And as I believe you met him. He goes, Candybus, how are you?
I am well. May I come in?
Of course, Prince of Thyia. He welcomes you in. I mean, there's no like nightwear or daywear or whatever. It's all fucking togas, but he's just in a simple single-shouldered white tunic, or not tunic. It goes right to the ground. Barefoot, and welcomes you into his room. His bed's unmade. He clearly was there. He says, "So, what is it that I could do for you?"
It has come to my attention that there has been a bit of a lover's quarrel between yourself and your brothers.
Huh. Interesting that you would know of this. Yes. Back in Crete, there is a young man who has gained the affections of both me and my brother Sarpedon. Radamanthus is uninterested, but me and Sarpedon indeed compete for the affections of this young man.
He must be quite beautiful.
He is. It's a delight to bring him out. Why do you bring it up?
Well, Zarpedon came to me, and he is concerned this is affecting your kingly judgment.
Looking to try and get an edge, I suppose.
Perhaps.
Why do you bring this to me? It doesn't seem to be in your favor to displease me.
No. On the contrary, I wish to help you.
You have my attention.
Where is this Molitus now?
He is in Crete. As I have said, he is in the capital, Knossos. Lives in the village there.
When was the last time you spoke with him?
When I left with my brothers for the mountain, some time ago, perhaps 2, maybe 3 weeks, perhaps more. It's difficult to keep track of time. See?
I hear that. And do you plan to return to the city you rule over? Soon?
Of course. As soon as the mountain trials are done, I shall return to my kingdom, as they no doubt need me.
This is very good to hear. Perhaps I can help you.
I'm listening.
Let's say Zarpedon finds another beautiful man he beds down with, and then you are free to take Molitus as your own. Rule unimpeded.
And pray tell, who is it that you would propose be the object of my brother's eye over Miletus?
It's funny you ask. Perhaps myself. I am the lips of desire.
This is true. You mean to come with us to Crete to be Sarpedon's? Or you mean to do this here? Sarpedon will surely return with me to Crete.
I think I will do this here. I wish to plant the seed of doubt in his mind. That perhaps this individual is not all that they could be. Perhaps there is more to offer.
Very well. If you were to turn Sarpedon's desires for Miletus to someone else, albeit you or anybody, leave my path to Miletus unimpeded, you would be, well, you'd be most welcome in Knossos.
This is good to hear. I am interested in resolving this conflict as delicately as I can.
Why are you doing this?
Let's say there are certain vested interests on Olympus that want these quarrels settled, and I am invested in getting favor with such gods.
Very well. Whatever your Whatever your desires are, whatever your reasonings are, they matter very little to me. I am appreciative of the help regardless, and be assured that there is no more powerful a king here upon this mountain other than my good father. It is not. We will leave this divine place eventually, and then it will be important to curry favor with those who have power below. I think you are making the right choice by pleasing me, King of Crete.
I think so as well. I do ask for one more thing, should you possibly have it. Do you have any pictures, some artistic representations of this Molitus?
I do not, son of afraid.
Okay.
You could ask Sarpedon. Perhaps he might have thought to do something like this, but I have not.
That is fine. I can still go to work. Thank you for speaking with
You're welcome. I am eager to hear the results of your influence.
me. I'll be in touch.
And he will, yeah, you take your leave, and you leave King Minos a little surprised, you'll say. Excellent. With that, a long rest is had by all. And let's roll a second round of D100s to see if any special events may occur during the wedding itself.
Well, you'll have to reroll because that's 100.
It's okay, 100's okay, because I'm just gonna pick the number that is closest to 90.
I rolled 100 a second time.
Guys. So I'm gonna say 98, 97.
Or sorry, a 1. I rolled a 1.
Oh, that's very different than.
Sorry, I was looking at his 100. Sorry, my bad. It's a 1.
Okay. This has not been used yet.
I got a 59.
59. Okay. These could be just fun events that occur during the wedding itself. Keep it interesting. That one is very interesting. My number 1. Who am I missing here?
91.
91. Hitting those high 90s, huh? 59. Kind of like this one instead. Sorry. I'm just getting them all laid out and we're gonna get to marriage. Okay. Amazing. Oh, incredible. Okay, everybody. Who's ready for a wedding?
Oh, you know I am.
I know you are. I need to make a quick roll of something for certain plans you have in place. Okay. In the morning, as you awaken, and you all put on your finest togas, which are entirely different from the other togas you were wearing today, or the all the time, I'm sure. I'll say, yeah, I'll actually say like Hestia will come to each door and provide like wedding attire befitting the event. Um, she particularly says hi to you, Xanthos. It's good to see you.
Good to see you again.
How have you been liking being on the mountain? Have you had everything you need?
It has been very eventful.
Well, enjoy it while you can, for tomorrow you must descend back down into the mortal world. She gives you a fine outfit befitting your form. And she's also going to give you a new holy symbol. She's going to hand you this holy symbol. No particular magic attached to it, but it is a fine bronze amulet that is nicely polished. It isn't like dented or it's very finely well crafted. And it has a very clear omega symbol, such as the symbol of Olympus.
Thank you.
It's just a little something for the outfit. Feel no pressure to wield or wear it.
I'll say that Xanthos is like the symbol is like well, like this very tarnished. Not like polymer is the wrong word, but like it's old, it's dented, it has like it's never quite shook off like the soot and staining of the underworld, and so always kind of had like always looked like it was scorched.
Yeah.
To have this kind of like fresh, clean metal thing is
I would say indeed the exact contrast, which is this perfect, like perfectly undented, unmarked, smooth. There's no sign of a single hammer blow to it, which doesn't happen very often with these kinds of crafts. It looks like it was made in a mold, which would have been very impressive level of skill. And it shines and gleams with like a bronze that you can even see your reflection in. Very much the stark contrast of your old symbol.
I will treasure this as I do all gifts from the gods.
She smiles. Well, you better get dressed. And I have more outfits to get out. I'll see you later. She gives you a little half wink, as she will most surely be attending the festivities. Um, the the guest house is a bustle with all of the dozens of demigods who have come here. I will say it isn't too. There isn't a humongous thinning of individuals up here, but there is some. I am gonna take a little look here. Yeah, at this point, you will notice that maybe some of the more, maybe like a couple of demigods are not up here anymore. Just like a couple that you pick out here and there. Nobody that you particularly knew, and nobody that you specifically interacted with. Worth noting there. Actually, now that I think of it, you know what? It's actually interesting. You saw Minotaur at one point. He's not here at all. Nobody interacted with him, but he's not here at all. Let's see. Nicandros and Nixian, who had bowed at the feet of who knows who that person was. The dwarf, Dryope, and yeah, Ionte. They are nowhere to be seen. They're just not here. Perhaps they have failed in their trials, so they have not earned favor. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. Dryope's there. The dwarf that you saved from the mountainside. She is there. Yeah. She alone seems to be present. The rest are not. Perhaps having left in dishonor, or perhaps died during these trials. Who's to say? Okay. I'm just going to do a quick organization. And
Which-
everybody.
Oh.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Which demigods are there?
Like, how many are here that you see?
Yeah, like which ones are there that we know?
Oh, tons. I can start going down the list. Minos and his brothers are there. The Amazons are there. Oh, that's a worth point, Candybus. Antiope would have been. I gotta say, like, fucking almost knocked down your door last night and came to get you.
Oh, I see the hunt is back on.
Or maybe she was like there waiting for you annoyedly because perhaps she expected, like, when the hunt wasn't going on, she was after you. But yeah, she definitely came to get you. Let's get that out of the way. Make a con save.
All right.
This is actually important.
This is critical.
This is actually very critical.
Con save, you say?
Con save to set your DC.
That'll be a 15.
15. Roll me a performance, athletics, or acrobatics check.
All right,
I
I'm gonna do a
believe Your
performance
Aphrodite thing might give you advantage, if I'm not mistaken, your boon.
for checks.
I could be wrong.
Let me double check. No.
Advantage on all charisma persuasion checks when interacting romantic. Okay, no, so it's not for
Not performance.
Not for the actual performance, yeah.
No, not a problem. That will be a 23.
23. Unlike last time she was ready for you, she did not expect your vigor last time and was a little bit of a pillow princess last time, but this time you both have mutual satisfaction. And you will have inspiration for being satisfied. And you will sort of revamp your advantage on charisma checks against her for the next 2 days.
Is that an additional 2 days, or does that replace the?
It won't replace it. Whichever's higher, which you got more.
Okay, it was 4 days, so now it's up to 3 days.
Okay, so it was originally 4, and I think 2 days had passed, or 1 day had passed.
I think it's just the 1 day because this is the second time.
Oh, then stick with your 3.
Okay.
So it's whichever's higher, like temporary hit points, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, you both walk away feeling pretty great.
Pretty inspired.
Pretty inspired. Yeah, nothing more inspiring. Okay, so you all wake up. Everybody is excited for the big wedding day. Antiope is there the next morning. A little. No, that's not the culture. She's gone. But I will say there is a single supremely straight white feather sitting on your almost like a blade in its straightness, sitting on your somewhere in your room, maybe on one of the chairs, which you would easily and synonymously recognize with either Hermes' helm or his shoes. And you get the sense it's a little sign of, he's giving you the signal.
Okay, I will. I'll put it like behind my ear.
Cool. Dope. Pretty then. All of you prepare. Preparations have been made. Is everybody ready for... Oh, I'm getting it ready. Xanthos, there will be a box at your door. A long, straight, sword-shaped box at your door.
Ooh. I'll open that.
You find an excellent weapon within. I just need to get it. Let's see here. Oh, it's the set weapon. It is an excellent weapon by the looks of it. A Xanthos. It has a brass hilt and a blade of like iron that has been polished to almost a mirror-like shape. And as you wield it, one side of the blade seems to almost have like a bronze tint to its reflections, and the other side seems to almost have like a blue tint, almost as if one side were brass and one side were platinum. It's the same type of metal, but like when you look at your own reflection in it, it's got a blue tint. On the other, it's got that sort of orangish tint. And if you attune to it, I need to customize it a little bit for you. But this weapon is called the Short Sword of Verdict.
Ah.
I need to make some adjustments because it's aligned to good creatures, but I'm making that aligned to clerics and paladins. Where this polished weapon, traditionally used by clerics and paladins, it has the symbol of Olympus on it. It channels the righteous authority of Olympus to punish the impious. Yeah, I need to change some of the words because this is a little too paladin, which isn't very the weapon has 3 charges, which regain 1d3 daily at dawn. You can use these charges to create one of the following effects. One is Condemn. When you hit a creature with this weapon, you can expend a charge to deal an extra 1d8 fire damage. Or Condemned. And as an action, you can expend 1 charge to touch a creature other than yourself with the weapon to restore 1d8 plus 2 hit points to that creature.
That's really nice.
Good.
I mean, Xanthos is already good, so the thing doesn't really change as far as the alignment requirement is concerned.
Yeah, you're good, but you're also clear. It's just like, it's not the tone of the campaign. It's not about good and bad, which is why I would change
That's
it.
fair.
And then I'm going to change the description. But that's basically how it works. I'll update it behind the screen when I have a moment to actually update it. Cool. Okay. New blade, and you sheath it. It is a fine sword worthy of a hero such as yourself. The finest blade you have surely ever looked upon in your many years. Of course, not regarding the weapons of the gods themselves, of course.
Xanthos looks happy, particularly because of the fact that it can also heal. That's actually like really touching for it. That his nature was taken into account.
I want to make all the creations of Hephaestus like perfect. Perfectly the pressure is so high to pick the right height. Okay. With that, you're all dressed up. Does anybody care to talk about how they look as you're all dressed up? As you're all polished up for the big event?
Yeah, I'll be in very silk purple robes that come across my left shoulder, and yeah, I got the feather behind my ear.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's about it.
Excellent. I will say that the baths are filled today. I would say like none of the women are bathing out in the open. It's not, ancient Greece is a very loose and free place, but it's still the like, you know, the women have their space to bathe, the men have their space to bathe. So the men, like pretty much all of them are all like in the baths, like bathing this morning and like, communally bathing, which is very common in ancient Greece. All talking and like it's a day of celebration. Everybody seems to be happy. There may be some underlying tension, like Sarpedon and Minos, for example. But largely everyone's kind of like bathing, getting, you know, all trimmed up. I imagine the Amazons and any other ladies are maybe have found another, have been invited to another place to do their bathing. Maybe Aphrodite has opened up the various pools and baths around her gardens to the ladies, which is on the other side of the Colosseum. So there's no not too much worry about peeping toms, but who's to say? But anyway, very far removed from the baths the men are using, and you guys can bathe in the beautiful gardens of Aphrodite today. Maybe speak to the Graces. Yeah, speak to the Graces, and maybe even Aphrodite make a little appearance. Sort of a woo. And you guys all get bathed and all polished up and ready to go.
I only think, I mean, obviously, there's not much in the way that Xanthos can really do fashion-wise, but he does have, like, he puts, like, little sort of, like, gold ornaments on, like, that kind of latch on his horns. So he at least
Nice.
has a bit of ornamentation.
We also have the flowers of Persephone,
Yeah,
which
he
is
still wears those. Yeah.
nice, beautiful. Amazing. If that's the case, then it sounds like we're all primed and proper, and I need to change the music from the fucking haunting sad music. Jesus.
Are all the demigods at this bath at our residence?
All the men.
Okay.
I would say all the women have been invited and have left to go bathe in the gardens of Aphrodite.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try and go find Hermes.
Okay, you kind of get yourself together early and take off early and go and try and find Hermes. Make me an investigation check. A little tricky, as you can imagine. He's probably very busy. He's probably on the fly today.
All right, investigation. That will be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you kind of catch him dropping off a message. You're like, Hermes. And he goes, oh. And he just kind of, like, he's only like 20 feet from you, but he kind of, like, right up to you. He goes, hey, what can I do for you, Candybus? Busy day today.
Yeah, I trust we've accomplished that thing that we discussed.
I hope it seems that you got my message, so indeed.
Do you have it?
Oh, yeah. I do, don't I? He looks around, and he's going to stick his hand into his satchel, and very bag of holding style just pulls out this finery made of, like, it's you can touch it, but you can't believe you can touch it. It's truly an impossible garment to have been made. It is this gorgeous and pristine cloak made out of sea mist.
Okay, I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast at 2nd level the spell Duplicate.
Ooh, new spell. Very cool.
New
Would you
spell.
mind reading it to me?
Yeah, range of 5 feet. You create an exact replica of an object you can see within range that weighs no more than 25 pounds. At first glance, the two objects are indistinguishable from each other, and the duplicate functions as if it were the original, except for any magical properties the original object may have. The duplicate disappears when the spell ends. If a creature uses its action to examine the duplicate, the creature can determine that it's a replica with a successful investigation check against your spell save DC. When you cast the spell using a 2nd or 3rd level spell slot, the duration of the spell increases for 8 hours.
Okay. So how long is it lasting for right now, sorry?
I'm casting it at 2nd level, so it'll last for 8 hours.
Magnificent. Okay. Duplicate the item. There are no specifications about rarity and whatnot, so you just simply make a 2nd Misty Cloak, which is most surprising. And Hermes goes, very impressive. I expect I shall be returning this one to sender, gesturing to your duplicate.
Returning the duplicate to... Yes. Yes. Do we know if the original is cursed in any way?
No, I don't know. I mean, curses aren't really my thing. I've been known to lay a curse or two here and there, but I mean, it's a fresh item unless Hephaestus laid one on it, but that would be kind of in private. I don't know why he would curse his own bride. I mean, he might have. Could have.
I'll tell you what. I
Who knows
will.
about curses? Oh! She's here. Go find the witch god Hecate. She will know. She has an eye for curses.
Of
You could
course.
find her skulking around Hades, or perhaps Demeter or Persephone, one of the three.
Naturally, I will.
I would keep that hidden.
Yeah, I will. Like stuff it into my.
Okay, great. Yeah, you hide it away. It's fine. You got a bag or something. It's all good. And you scamper away. You run as fast as you can, and make me another. Let's call it an investigation check. See if you can seek the Witch of the Crossroads.
15.
On a 15, she finds you. You're looking
Fantastic.
around for her wherever she could be. You're trying to stay away from the wedding area, which is largely where it's based. You're kind of thinking about what to do. And in the shadows, you hear, "Come closer, Faithless."
You know.
Of course I know.
Then I come closer.
You step closer into the shadows where you see her images reflecting off of the gildings of the various buildings. She says, "I can see the roads of all which are tied and wound to fate, and you have no roads. No roads that you do not wish to walk. Unlike many, you can make your own paths." An interesting path. But that is not why you are here. So what is it that you want?
I need to know what effects or curses are affecting a particular item, and I'll pull out the veil.
Hold out the veil. She looks upon it and says, "Play a dangerous game,
Don't we all?
son of Aphrodite." She looks upon it. She says, "I can see no curse laid upon this garment, if we could call it that. There is great power about it, though. The power to conceal. Even the power of a god.
But who controls it? Does the wearer or the creator of the object?
She stares at it further, says, "Certainly the creator. This is something to be wielded, not a tool in which to wield."
Understood.
You seek a subterfuge. You will be sorry to note that the cunning of Hephaestus has come and gone. He is only so clever as to devise all that has come to pass. But he is a builder and not much more. He is not like you. He is not like Hermes. He is a simple god. No tricks. He has played his hand, but he has played it well.
I understand. Thank you.
And she watches you without like freeing you from the conversation. You expect you just have to kind of like awkwardly walk away. She leers at you like a rapt audience that every step is a motion, a play you make.
All right, so I'll wave and make my exit.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of try to make it as unawkward as possible. You're scarcely running out of time there, Candybus. And you, is there any last thing you would wish to do? Any last quick thing you wish to do before you are officially late?
officially late. Okay, yeah, the last thing I want to do, I need to find Aphrodite.
Okay. You will certainly find Aphrodite. Yeah, do it. You go to Aphrodite's home. The Graces allow you to pass as you are a child and chosen of Aphrodite, and will have exceptions. Some other demigoddesses wish to, like, I just want to wish her a good day, and they go, you are not glorious. You may not. And they're like, ah, bitch. And like walk away. But they let you pass. And within,
For I am glorious.
they go, you are plentiful and gracious. You may enter, of course.
No, you are plentiful and gracious.
As you enter within, there's going to be a most unusual sight you did not expect. You see Ares, the god of war, with his hand wrapped around the throat of a satyr, holding him up into the air. And he goes, what do you mean by that? And he goes, speak! And he goes, he drops him to the ground. And he doesn't seem to regard your presence. He seems singularly focused on the satyr inside of her home, her bedchambers. And he says, I will crush your skull. I will split your bones. But you must speak before I do this. And he goes, Mighty God, Lord, please. He goes, I don't know where she's gone. She's supposed to be here. It seemed like she had cold feet or something. She just took off. He goes, which way? And she's like, down the mountain. And kind of points off to the edge. And he looks to the side, and just without any sort of warning, he just says, like, he doesn't even look at you. He's just like, you will come with me. And he starts stomping out of her bedchambers, and then looks back to Candybus and goes, now.
Yes. Of course.
And you two will hurry forth with a level, even Ares shows a level of discretion here in this moment as you guys make your way and start clambering down. Well, you start clambering. He just bounds down the side of the mountain. Not intensely so, but begins to sort of follow the trail of Aphrodite. It seems she's fled. She's got some cold feet, baby. Which isn't good. We will come to this next session and have the full wedding next session. See what's going on with Aphrodite, bring about the marriage, and allow these final events of Olympus to unfold. But be assured that next session, unless things get crazy, which they probably will, I foresee that next session will perhaps be your last on Olympus, before making your way back into the mortal world and beginning to join yourself with the myths of mortals. We'll end the session there.
It's all coming together.
Plans upon plans.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun to watch.
That's great.
Mhm.
I'm excited to see everything unfold. I'm you're reaching for a very high aspirations, Candybus. Oh man, this is it's very fun to watch.
He's
Very,
nothing
very
if
fun
not
to watch.
ambitious.
It is very ambitious, but I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I'm really excited. It's gonna be cool, guys. Oh boy. Well, that's it. That's the day of D&Ding.
So, yeah.
Good for a Thursday for me, anyway.
And so next week, is the first week that we don't have Eberron on Saturday, and we will
Move it over. That's right. Yeah. But yeah, get your ducks in a row. This is the climax of the first Olympian arc. Cool. I'm excited to get you guys out in the world, though. I'm excited to get you guys out into Greece and like start making your legends and achieving things. Keep in mind, man, next session is your last chance to sort of like start to like set your favor at a bar that makes you happy, because once you enter into the mortal world, it's going to be a lot easier to lose favor and a lot harder to gain it. So, you know, be careful.
hopefully I'll have a chance to for Persephone to name me her champion, because
Yeah.
there wasn't really an opportunity today.
No, well, the wedding will pose many opportunities. That's to be sure. And you're at 2. You only need 1 more.
Yay.
All right, guys. Have a great day.